Hi, who wants to be a millionaire? I do. That's what you're supposed to say, right? Hello, my name is Coach RJ, and welcome to Tennis Treasures, the tennis millionaire, where your tennis dream becomes your actual tennis reality. Today's topic is an exciting one: how to make lots of money on the Pro Tour. We're going to give you 10 key ingredients in order for you to use as planting seeds inside your life if you want to make money on the Pro Tour. Yes, I don't know what to start saying in this case. This is exciting to me. You should be very, very happy. So that's why I start off with saying, who wants to be a millionaire? We will show you all 10 of these ways to strengthen your foundation, to increase your skill sets so that you have the ability to go ahead and make big money on the tour. Okay, so let's get started. 10 things. We're going to go through 5 in this course, and tomorrow we'll do another 5. So let's say, okay, where will we start? If you're not winning tournaments, well, let's say if you're not winning tournaments, and let's start with that, then you're not winning enough important matches. And the important matches are finals, important matches are semis, the quarters, etc. So we fix that with this training manual. We show you through chapter 9 the mental edge on how to win more matches more correctly, especially chapter 5. Actually, chapter 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are master chapters. But when you talk about the mental edge part of living, and that's when you get to these critical windows, you don't want to listen to your subconscious all the time. That little voice is in your way. You don't want to be more in your way than your opponent. You got enough obstacles to deal with regarding your opponent and the net, and your techniques and the crowds. So these take away one of your obstacles, your challenges, your difficulties, and that's your inner self. So we help you with the subconscious side of it too through chapter 9. All right? All right. So let's keep forwarding. So we're going to go through 1 through 10. So you may want to win the free ride scholarship. There's 5 advantages to doing that. Anyway, in whatever case it is, we're going to fix that. We're going to fix it now. So let's be real. Winning prize money, that's great. That's what you want. But it's not just about, having a big forehand or a big serve. It's not just about, fancy outfit that you might be wearing. It's beyond all that, obviously. It's built off a foundation. You have columns of support. And that's what we're talking about today. Okay, so let's pick it up from there. So you need, beyond even raw talent, you need, number 1, listen to this is scary, especially for the ladies. You need to have developed more than one style of playing tennis. You need what we think is multiple styles. I won't tell you how many, it might scare some of you away, but you need more than one. So, for example, if you have a style that your favorite, what you already have, it's got you this far in the tournament world. So you're playing competitive tennis, you're winning a lot of matches, and you're winning some tournaments, let's say, for example, if you're a high-performance tennis player. Oh, that's very good. That's good. But now, how do you move to the next level, to the bigger tournaments, to the Orange Bowl, and all these other bigger tournaments? Well, you need a backup because you're running into players from all over the world. These players are tough. You know that already. So you need a different style. Let's say you won the first set. You need another style to implement on the second set. So that's what I'm talking about. All right, so I can go into long details about this, but I got to go through these items. So, for example, if your only plan is to hit hard and just hope your opponent's going to make a mistake eventually and be patient like that, that's nice. That helps a little bit. In fact, you need that style for some of your situations. But you still may not have enough when you get to the heavier tournaments. You might get knocked out in the second round. Let's start with this. Do some of the Roger Federer stuff. Mix it up a little bit. Have that option. Practice that style. Practice that approach so you can implement that as a style number 2, for example, if number 1 is waning. So here's another one. Be aggressive. Yes, you can be aggressive sometimes, but not all the time. Be aggressive, and sometimes, and other times, be a counterpuncher. Another time, you can look for the 1-2 punch style. That means, once you get them on the ropes a little bit, you run to net We have a formula for that. So you adapt your style to depend on what your opponent's doing, right? We want you to win in straight sets. That's what Chapter 5 is designed for. Have you win straight sets and you're gone. You're out. Hour, 15 minutes, you're off the court. 5 key components to making that happen. All right, number 2. See, I get carried away on these numbers. I just should go right through them a little more quickly. Be in great physical condition. Now, that goes without saying. I mean, Djokovic had his challenges too, and he thought he could do it without help, and he had to reach out. He had to change his diet, gluten-free and other stuff like that. And then he has a ritual. In fact, it's on YouTube. The ritual that he goes through on a daily basis of how he trained, which he's very kind and open to share that kind of critical information with us, in my opinion. So you can't just win the 3rd round of a 3-set match against a worthy opponent when your legs are made of spaghetti. You got to be in great condition. So that's what we're going for. That, you know, so it's hard work. We know it's no fun. Even what's his name, Andy Roddick. He worked out on the girls' soccer team to stay in shape and keep his footwork good. Isn't that smart? He was thinking outside the box, or at least his team was, and that helped him. So number 3, play strong under pressure. What does that say? That says that the key points are the most important points. All right? Money isn't won in warm-ups. It's won when you're at 40-30 and get ready to serve out the set. That's when it's won. What do you have planned for that? What's the scenario that you went over? Did you do some role playing for this window of time where it's critical? We help you with all this stuff. This is elementary. Or another example is you're in the tiebreak in the 3rd set, which we don't want you to be in the 3rd set, but we got a chapter set aside for tiebreaks. So that when you run into a tiebreak, you look at your team and you do like this, like, oh. And they're trying to say, no, don't give it away. No, stay cool. But you're excited because you finally get to use all these secret weapons we have for you in the tiebreak. Oh, boys. Anyway, and just hold on, stay strong. You know, the goal is to keep your nerve, stay cool under pressure. Now, listen to this. This is part of 3 in a way. When you're competing, period, in general, try to look at it from a perspective of enjoying competing. Isn't that crazy? But it isn't. Andy Murray enjoys competing. Jimmy Connors loves to compete. They thrive off of that. And there's some other players I can point and identify for you that look forward to competing because they have a certain energy that they bring to the court. And they startle their opponent just by their ambiance that they bring. It's like a bravado of energy and strength and confidence. It's years ago they used to call it winning the match in the locker room, which was clever and it makes sense to me. But to enjoy competing, that sets you straight mentally. Like, okay, I'm not afraid to compete. I want to compete. I enjoy this. I get to test my skills and grow faster that way. So if you're only in it for the trophies, not the grind, this sport can chew you up. The best players embrace the battle. And in fact, when you run into 2 players, like yourself being in your zone and your opponent being in your zone and their zone, then that's like a mini movie. Yeah, an epic. And guess who's the star? Number 5. Consistently improve your skills. Always try to get stronger. Don't be satisfied, ever. Even if you're just playing some social tennis because you need a break from the tennis, the tennis drills, you need a break from the tournament world, then still practice your finesse game. Practice your drop shots. Always practicing something, so you're always improving. You want to increase the tools in your toolbox, is the bottom line. So yeah, you want to have a plethora of different options for different opponents that they've never seen before. And we show you how to remember those skills so that you don't have to rediscover them. We show you how to Get in your zone and stay in your zone. So you don't have to, find it again. It's not hard to procure. Just like that, if you're out of your zone, we can get you right back in again. Your particular zone, not our zone. So if you're not getting better by practicing and drilling and working out, then somebody else is. And they will end up winning against you. So the bottom line is, learn and then grow. And then learn and then grow. And then learn and then grow. Over and over and over. Just get used to that type of event, always taking place on a weekly basis. Here's something else. Number 6, have more than one role model. Because one role model is great. Federer is my role model. I use his rackets for years. And I like his style. I have a one-handed backhand. Federer is my man. He's like the ambassador of tennis. He waltzes through the whole process of being number one as though it's no big deal. He's found a way to manage his time. He's found a way to, just enjoy life and still be number one in the world, which is very difficult. But Federer's not personally helping me with my footwork or anything else. So I got to be, clear on having a variety of styles. So I have different role models. I like Andy Murray's style too, where he keeps it in play and waits for windows. And he's got this technique, this sneaky skill, this type of secret weapon where he's hitting the ball at one speed, and then all the pros do the same thing. And down the middle, and then he hits a hard flat one to one of the corners and follows it up. I mean, that's clever. But and I use that sometimes. I got 4 secret weapons. And you should have 4. Anyway, and you should know how to use traps on your side for your opponent. That's a big deal, really, especially during key points. Anyway, you can steal their strengths. I shouldn't say steal, but just borrow, let's call it that. And then blend it into your style as well. All right, number 7. I'm getting carried away again. I got to watch it. Build a reliable support team. I know you didn't expect me to go there, but it's part of the formula, part of the columns that keep you protected. You need the right coaches, the right trainers, the right hitting partners. No champion really wins alone, even though they may say they do on Instagram. Don't trust that. They need somebody to help them with scheduling and so forth. This is not an easy project, which tournaments to participate in and which states. Plus, you don't really have an off season officially. All right, number 8, learn how to manage your schedule. That's a big deal too. That's what we just talked about. All right, so tennis is a global sport. Looks like I'm going to go through all 10 after a while. I'm not going to do them in ones and twosies. Tennis is a global sport. You can get burned out in no time. You don't really have a season, like I said. So you got to pick your tournaments wisely. All right, and you don't want to play every weekend, because you'll feel like you're on a mission, but at the same time, you'll be on a mission, special assignment, I should say, to see the doctor by Friday. That's not good. And then number 9, understanding the business side of tennis. What's that represent? That means that there's prize money coming. Yes, you know that, but there's other stuff that you're not as clear about, like endorsements. That's a big deal too. Endorsements, you don't talk about. You need more than one endorsement. You need multiple endorsements. And how you do that? When you get to the finals and you win that tournament, you say something on the microphone, acknowledge the sponsors, please. I mean, ball boys aren't going to pay you. Recognize the sponsors, all right? And the biggest ones. And even if they're not endorsing you yet, you still represent them. And even if they don't call out to you after the tournament, you call out to them. Anyway, you get the point. We try to keep you enriched financially as much as we can. We want you to have multiple income streams, not just one. So, and then something else you're going to work on, having your own branding. You're the CEO of your own brand. Yes, you are, whether you want it or not, whether you like it or not. So you have to carry yourself that way. That's longevity in the world of tennis. You want to learn how to market yourself. We're not experts in this field, but at least we know something about it. All right, so you want to treat tennis like a career. not just a hobby. Train like a pro. If you're going to rest, rest like a pro. You're going to eat like a pro. Do your homework like the professionals. The serious player, but still casually minded, isn't going to cut it. You got to go all the way. Yeah. So if you want to make the big money, you got to act like a professional in every aspect, even before you become one. Well, there, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. All 10, all in one video. I thought I couldn't do it, but I did it. I'm so proud of myself. Tennis Treasures, the Tennis Millionaire. Who wants to be a millionaire? Well, these are 10 key components that comes, well, from me and from out of here. It's all blended together. Oh, we're giving away a free Chapter 4, Chess Tennis. I won't go there right now. And we'll just like a regular class. We'll set up a time, you set up the date and all that, and we'll reach out to you. Well, so first of all, go to our website, tennistreasures.org. That's how you start it off. Or go to the link at the bottom, of course. Well, everybody's got their link at the bottom. And then after that, we'll reach out to you. We want to have a class, a chess tennis class. And this is the class that helped Arthur Ashe to win Wimbledon against Jimmy Connors years ago. And prior to that, Arthur never won against Jimmy Connors. Now, with this chess tennis that Arthur and his team used, he won against Jimmy Connors in 4 sets, almost straight sets. So you get the big picture. We're here to support you. Chapter 4, Chess Tennis, is one of the 6 key master chapters. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So come on down. My name is Coach RJ, and I'll see you on the next big video.